Yo, come on, come all, nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what we do, what we don't, what we is, what we isn't, and what we is here today. And it is 2022. I'm calling this year the season of 2022. So any of the videos I post this year will have season 2022 on it. It's going to be a new way for me to keep track of, all the videos. And so if anyone ever calls me out on anything I've ever said or done as well, it's sort of, I know YouTube has dates of when uploaded, but it also helps so that if in a few years time someone's looking back at my list and they're like, Jade, New World Supernova, you're crazy, you're dumb, what a reach. It's like, look back at when the information I was working off was from. Okay, so this is for I'd say January, but really it's December from 2021, but it's beginning of 2022. No more feats, no more anything super fancy's been shown yet. I'm going to be doing an updated Supernova tier list, ranking them in terms of their battle prowess and overall threat levels and whatnot. I did do this already. I mean, my name's New World Supernova, so one of the first videos I ever did was ranking supernovas and stuff like that. But I feel like with all characters in One Piece, as time changes, people power up and people power down. So it's kind of good that we can sit back and have this fluidity and go, do you know what? 2022, this is how the list looks. 2023, this is how the list looks. But as of the beginning of this year, we're going to get straight into it, and I'm going to show you where I view all the Supernova at the moment in terms of power level and give a good explanation as to why they're there. But that being said, before I get straight into that sort of stuff, you know what to do, you know what is appreciated, you know what is kind of expected at this point in time, alright? Join my fleet, alright? Show the love to New World Supernova by subscribing to the channel, hit the bell icon for more notifications for content like this, give the video a thumbs up, go check out the Discord, the link to the Discord is in the description down below, and from there you can find things like my Twitch or my Twitter, alright? So get on that stuff while you can, you're going to enjoy it, trust me. But we're going to get right into this, and straight off the bat, this is the most simple answer that I can give out of absolutely everything and everyone, and that is Luffy. Luffy is just definitively, right? Definitively the top of the Supernova. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's just definitively there. At this point in time, my jigger, Luffy, is sitting there, right, with not only a devil fruit that on the surface was useless, but he made busted with gear 4, right? But he's sitting there with armament haki, observation haki, conqueror's haki, advanced armament haki, advanced observation haki, advanced conqueror's haki. My man's sandals are on the tier of the Black Blades at this point in time, okay? So there's no denying. Numero uno is Lufarini, alright? And I'm sorry, but at this point in time, that's just where we have to have my guy, okay? Next, we have Noah Zorro, as people have been calling him these days, the Minority Hunter, but that's neither here nor there, alright? Take the Zorro love or hate however you want, but yo, my guy Zorro, chef kiss, my dude has been leveling up in all sorts of freaky delicious ways, alright? Not only was he getting some major crazy feats powered up from Enma, fighting Kaido on the rooftop, that's right, rooftop 5, you know those boys. Not only was he getting ridiculous feats there, my guy 4-hit King. With 4 hits, after having locked Advanced Conqueror's Haki, my boy put King in the dirt. In the dirt. Okay? So I'm sorry. Alright. He doesn't have as much advancement as Luffy by any stretch, but I cannot put him any further below than one tier under Luffy, in terms of the Supernova at least. I mean, my guy Zorro out here, right, one of the only people to injure Kaido. My guy cut his hide, even if Kaido has healed back from it now. Kaido even acknowledged to him, he's like, I'll remember you, boy. So gotta give my guy a round of applause here, because you know what, he's stepping up as the vice captain for the Straw Diddly All Hats, alright? Next, we have my guy, alright? The only other D member of the Supernova, Trafalgar D. Watalo. Personally, for a long time, my favorite character in One Piece, Alright? For a long time, I'm a massive Law stan, alright? I have a damn painting of Law in my home, okay? You know I love this man. You know he's got drip. You know he's got powers. You know my guy is the tactician too, alright? He's smart. He's got a broken fruit. And at this point in time, my guy's tanked Thunderbugwas. My guy's defended Advanced Conqueror's Haki attacks. And my guy has shown an awakening. My guy Law out here, hanging with the best of them, alright? We got another A. We got our second A tier there with Zorro, alright? I can see people already having the discussion, Zorro or Law, Zorro or Law, Zorro or Law. I ain't gonna comment on that, at least not here. But just know, they are worthy of the same tier at this point in time, alright? Be aware of that. But coming up next, we got my guy here, the beige. You know, beige babe, he's beige. We're talking about the goddamn mafioso, alright? Capone gang biggie, alright? My dude here. I'm not gonna lie, I hated his design when he was first introduced. Hated him when he was first introduced. Then we got to Whole Cake Island. And yo, some people were out there putting him top 3 Supernova at the end of Whole Cake Island, alright? Some people putting him around top 5. My guy Beige was an absolute weapon. First Supernova on screen to be shown tanking, right? To the best of their ability, tanking Yonko hits. My guy Beige was hanging with the... He was stepping up. He was being impressive. Big Father is the daddy. Alright, he's the godfather of the verse. But, I'm sorry. I love this man. I love this man's relationship with his wife and kid. I love this man's crew. My dude's funny as hell doing the Looney Tunes sign dash door. Right? And this is going to hurt some people here. In terms of combat power, my guy Beige is actually de facto D tier. He is actually, even though we saw so much more of him, even though he was impressive compared to the other Supernova, he's actually hanging at the bottom at this point in time. That may upset some people, right? That may mess with some people's power scalings and head cannons and all that sort of stuff. But I'm sorry, the Godfather, he ain't all that. He ain't all that. And it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright? Then we get to, look, I'm not gonna lie. Drake, my guy Diaz Drake, numero 10. My Roman numeral buddy. He is a hard one to rate. Because he was shook. I'm not gonna lie, he was shook by the way that Zorro dealt with the poo. So there's a gap there. There is a gap there, right? But at that same point in time, my guy Drake was out there doing some insanely interesting stuff. Alright? We haven't seen an awakening from him. That's a possibility. And like I said, this is as of chapter 1037, right? So keep that in mind. I'm doing this video at 1037. My guy Drake, right? I'm sorry. If he gets a power up, if he gets awakening or whatever from here on out, maybe he'll raise up. But as of right now, the beginning of 2022, I'm sorry. My dude's in C tier. He took down a number, granted. He was hanging with a poo, granted. He's been doing some impressive stuff. I'm sorry though. He was outshone completely by Zorro. He's nowhere near the trickiness of Luffy. He's got absolutely nothing on my guy, Mr. Straw Hat, Mr. Mugiwara all day 365, alright? Compared to the Godfather though, at this point in time, Drake one-shotting numbers, he's probably putting the hurts on Capone. I'm sorry. Capone was almost KO'd from one punch from Big Mom, no Haki, in her enraged state. My guy, Eustace Kid, ate that shit to his face, and then some. And he's barely scuffed up, just looking at it, just like, bring it, big bitch, bring it. So I'm sorry, at this point in time, I'm putting Drake over Capone. because it seems like Drake could deal with Big Father. Big Father's defense, it was impressive a few years ago, but now people's natural bodies are equaling his castle, and it's absolutely disgusting for him, but it is what it is. And up next, we got my guy, the Magician, Mr. Tricky, Mr. Kill Your Own Teammate, Mr. Friendly Fire. Alright, we got my guy, Basil Bitch Boy Hawkins. He was the Supernova that, in all honesty, had the most potential to be an absolute monster in this story. Right? He had the potential to be, just with the way his fruit handled, be an absolute tricky component and combatant. But my guy has been low diffed by every single Supernova he's fought. Hawkins got absolutely done in by Zorro and Luffy at the beginning of Wano. My guy Hawkins got absolutely done in, right? He was getting done in by Law. Law was straight just dropping this fool until he revealed that he had Law's crew under control, right? We make it to Wano, we make it to Onigashima, my dude, right? He doesn't have the ability to take Drake out on his own. He has to go get Queen and Who's Who, two of the stronger combatants of the Beast Pirates, and is like, let's 3v1 this fool. And Drake still gives him the slip, alright? I'm not saying Drake was going to beat either one of those two, but at this point in time, right, Hawkins knew there was a snitch, and instead of dealing with the snitch, he snitched himself. He's Basil Bitch Boy Hawkins. Not to mention, right, my guy Killer, the Manslayer, slayed this dude. Taught this dude a lesson. I'm sorry. Hawkins is our second D tier, alright? In terms of durability, right? His whole ability is that every time you kill him, it diverts a life. And that is so useful if you have the stamina and the physical capabilities to not die from the breeze changing direction. I'm sorry. We have seen this guy get killed from what normal people in the One Piece world tank consistently, right? We've seen this guy in non-canon movies. I'm talking Stampede here. My guy Hawkins died from a gut punch, right? From Douglas Bullet the Mullet, right? Meanwhile, every other Supernova's getting beat the shit down by him, but they ain't dying, they ain't out, they still conscious. My guy Hawkins has the durability and the HP of a sickly dude with tuberculosis. He's up there with Itachi and that guy from Bleach. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm sorry. My guy is on death's door consistently. It's between him and Doc Q for who looks more on the verge of death at any given corner. You know what I'm saying? But then we bring it to my dude. Some guy might call him Useless Captain Kid or Useless Captain Mid. I like to refer to him as the Gingy Mingy. But this is what we're going to say here. My guy Kid, I want to say he's got all three types of Haki confirmed, but I'm pretty sure the only types of Haki he actually has confirmed is Armament and Conquerors. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have There's one form of Haki that he doesn't have strictly confirmed yet. But people can assume that he's got all three, but then again, maybe that's a stretch. But the fact that my guy's out here, even if it's only through suplexes, is able to hurt Kaido due to pressure and crushing. My guy's able to lift Big Mom, throw her off Onigashima. My guy's out here fighting Big Mom one-on-one for a little bit before... actually, no, that was... Oh, no, that was Kid. He's fighting Big Mom one-on-one for a little bit. The fact that my guy's taking the damage from Hawkins and Big Mom, and he's still pumping through. The fact that my dude ate an Elbaf spear to the face. Even if he was in his tanky armor form, he ate an Elbaf spear to the cheekbone. He turned the other cheek and he was like, please, mama, give me another one. Alright? I mean, not really. He kind of got thrown about, but you know what I mean. Alright? He's out here with an Awakening 2. I'm sorry, I cannot put him anywhere else than A. Alright, that might be blasphemous to some people, not having Law and Kid up there with Luffy as of the moment. Honestly though, realistically, and this may hurt some people, pre-time skip, the only one of the Supernova that was actually genuinely a rival of Luffy was Kid. He was the only person with a higher bounty than Luffy. The Supernova, have actually always kind of been, apart from Luffy's rivals, they've more been Zoro's rivals. And Zoro's showing to the world, right, that he's just as fearsome as a captain. And I'm sorry, at this point in time, he's hanging with Law and Kid. And that's just a fact, alright? Some people may not want to hear that. Some people might want to be like, Law 100% beats Kid, Law 100% beats Zorro. Kid 100% beats Zorro at this point in time. Look, all I'm saying is at this point in time, they're on the same tier. They have the same level of advanced techniques, and they're doing the same shit, alright? Which brings me to the next character on my list, alright? Kamazou, the man killer, aka Killer, the murder machine. And you know what? My dude Killer is going to be our first person here to slot into the B tier, alright? The reason I put him above Drake, for the moment, is only because, right? The only reason I put him above Drake is because we've seen that Killer was able to hurt Kaido with sound. And based on Killer's abilities, alright, he's out here going to be able to go toe to toe with people like Cracker. His sound should be able to take out Cracker based on bad matchup for Cracker there, alright? Even potentially hurting people like Jozu and stuff like that because he's using sonic attacks, alright? I mean, he's not as proficient in sound-based attacks as, say, Apu, but Killer does internal damage, whereas Apu does external damage there. And internal damage bypasses a lot more defenses than the external damage of Apu's ability. So I'm sorry, I've just got to give that guy the slight edge. Not to mention the fact that my guy Killer's out here, when he was nerfed and when Zorro was nerfed, they were equal. They were actually fighting equally. All right, I know someone might want to say, oh, no, Zorro washed him. No, they both one-shot each other. All right, Kamazou over Zorro, it was a double one-shot. It is what it is. Take it with a grain of salt. Killer was nerfed, Zorro was nerfed. Do you know what happens after that? Killer gets his Scyther Sonic Blades, right? And instead of Zorro getting his Shisui back and going back from being nerfed, Zorro got an upgrade and Zorro surpassed Killer. And then he surpassed him again, unlocking Advanced Conqueror's Haki, alright? So I'm sorry. I love the dude Killer. He was, and this is my opinion, a couple of years ago, when Wano first started and they were first, beating around the bush and fighting each other, Killer was equal to Zorro. But Zorro since then has had 2 massive power-ups, and he has left Killer in the dust. And I'm sorry, that's just the fact that people are going to have to deal with there, and it's something that they're just going to have to take on the chin. Alright? And up next, alright, this may mess with some people's headcanons, okay? Up next, I have my guy, the Mad D Monk Rouge, alright? I'm putting him in B. I'm putting him in B with Killer because unlike every other Supernova on this list below him, he has the feat of having taken out a 4th Division commander. Now that 4th Division commander potentially was already weakened by Kid at some point in the past, but he's gotten the credit for taking out Snack. Now Snack, right? Technically, he's the 5th highest bounty on the Big Mom Pirates, not including Big Mom, alright? You got Katakuri, Smoothie, my dude, Cracker, then Perisperra, then Snack, alright? My guy Snack was hanging around with a bounty almost identical to Sabo pre-Mera Mera no Me, okay? The Rouge got the dub there. And it's a feat. We may not have seen him fight, but it's a feat above the other Supernova. And you know what? It's upsetting, because I personally, everyone below B, I want them to have feats that put them up above, right? But at this point in time, I just, for the sake of me, I cannot put him below that because he has stuff to his name. He has feats, alright? And it is what it is. Now, up next, this is a tricky one because part of me wants to give Apu a hell of a lot more props than I am, right? But I'm going to throw my guy Apu into the C tier here. The reason I'm putting Apu into the C tier here, right, is strictly for one reason. Apu and Drake have been fighting frequently equal. If not equal, then Drake, having figured out Apu's attacks, is actually getting a bit on the edge here. But that being said, Apu has been a weapon. Alright? Apu has been one-shot after one-shot after one-shot. He took a Punk Gibson one-shot. Right? Then after Punk Gibson knocking his ass out, and him getting back up and throwing hands, alright? He took an Edai Lion Song to the back. Cut this man down. And after being down for a sec, my guy got his ass back up and he's going to throw hands again, right? And then he gets off guard, chomped down by Drake. Alright? And now my dude's on the run from the Popo after taking some shots of them, doing some dirty shit, alright? Honestly, I want to throw him in the B tier just on durability alone, but at this point in time, I have to put him where Drake is, because realistically, Drake was starting to get the edge over this man. So, Drake's either above or equal to this guy Apu, alright? And unfortunately, my guy Apu doesn't have many more feats of stronger people. He knocked out Luffy for a second, and he was putting the hurdle on Zorro. That is true. That is factual. But he doesn't have a high tier dub to his name. He just has some good clashes, and it is what it is. But, my guy's just doing his thing, okay? Which brings us to our last supernova. This might be a mystery to where I'm going to place this person. Some people might go, she's got no feet, so we should put her in the D tier. Other people might go, oh, you know, she's got a one-shot ability, you got to put her up high, alright? I actually have, I'm going to lowball her here, okay? I know she's the only female in the supernova. I'm going to lowball her here, but there is something that you guys and girls have to take into consideration, alright? Apart from having had a higher bounty than, say, Capone pre-time skip and Zorro pre-time skip, alright, my girl Bonnie took on Blackbeard and the Blackbeard Pirates. Yes, she lost, but she took on Blackbeard and the Blackbeard Pirates. That is a freaking feat there. Even if she lost, she put in some freaking hard yards there. She put in some effort, okay? Then at some point in time, it's presumed she managed to escape her way from Akainu. Now, whether or not she clashed with Akainu or anything like that, I'm not going to give her those props yet, right? But that is something to consider. She potentially got away from a top tier person like Akainu, alright? So she has one definitive clash with the Blackbeard Pirates. She has one potential clash with Akainu, and then a second and third potential clash with Fujitora and Green Bull, because the Revolutionary Army's assault on Marijoa, with Bonnie present, mirrors that of the Rooftop 5 versus Yonko, Big Mom, and Kaido. Okay? 5v2. 5v2. There were 4 commanders of the Revolutionary Army in Marijoa, right? Arguably, you could say that Bonnie helped in that clash as well. Even if they lost, right? You could say that she's had another high tier fight, having clashed potentially with Fujitora and Green Bull. So look, the fact that she's potentially still alive after having been in altercations with Akainu, Blackbeard, Green Bull, Fujitora, I'm gonna put her at least at C. Okay, I'm not gonna put her in the bottom class. She's got a one-shot KO possibility. All right, if she hit Capone with that, Capone is probably down and dusted. We know she's a fairly speedy person from other content in the One Piece verse, alright? If she was to go up against someone like Hawkins, it might be a bad matchup for her, because he might be able to divert the abilities to someone else. But you know what? She's putting in the effort there. She's a speedy kind of character. She puts in the hard yards, and she swings hard, and she goes heavy, alright? She's a deadly person, not to be underrated. So it is what it is. But that is my top Supernova list and order, my top tier list. I shouldn't call it a top tier list, just my tier list for the Supernovas for 2022, alright? I'm going to put the link to this tier list in the description down below. If you disagree with my tier list, or if you want to point out some information that maybe I overlooked or didn't consider, alright? Hit me up in the comments down below, or hit me up on Discord or on Twitter. Show me what your tier list is at the beginning of 2022, and let me know what your thoughts are. That being said, like I said earlier in the video, if you haven't done so already, alright? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for more notifications for content like this, alright? Check out all the other socials, you know what to do, alright? And, peace. Have a damn good day, nothing but love, nothing but respect. Goodbye.